What's up, guys? Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again with my comic review. How's everybody doing out there? Uh, Mind the noise, guys. Me and the bro watching the ladder match DVD set, so don't mind that. We're big wrestling fans. Sorry. But first and foremost, I like to give my wishes and best regards to the Simon family. Yes, we lost another great legend, Joe Simon, creator of co-creator of Captain America, Marvel's first editor. Yeah, we lost him, 98 years old. My heart goes out to the Simon family for that. Uh, but much love to the Simon family. It's hard losing somebody, I know. But moving on, we get to the books. I got 10 books for you guys today. 5 from Marvel, 5 from DC. And we're going to kick it off with DC. Batgirl, number 4. Shards of the Past Lives. Gail Simone does a really good job in this. Once again, Gail Simone does a very good job. Uh, Batgirl pretty much is, this is the end pretty much of the mirror, and she has to really use her head in this book. She has to really use her head into proving, because she knows she can't take him out, face to face, hand to hand. She has to use her head in this battle. She realizes that this guy, why he's doing the things he does. See, Mira feels that people who survive uh, survive horrific accidents and things like that. It's not a miracle. It's more of a curse. And that's why Barbara was on his list. He had a list of people who survived all these miraculous occasions, and that's what he feels. So Barbara uses that against him. And thanks to also a little bit of help from a new roommate as well. This does take place before Christmas. And we see Barbara really use her head in this book. How she defeats him was actually kind of gave me a little bit of how, remember in the Batman episode, the 90s Batman, how uh, Batman kind of defeated Clayface. He had all the images of what Clayface used to be when he was an actor. They kind of played that up in this story, which was really good. But once again, Miss Simone does a really good job. Very good, Miss Simone. Very good indeed. Uh, Batwoman number 4. Wow, this was intense. Still good. Uh, we kind of get a little bit of clues up to who the Weeping Woman is, as well as what happens with Flamebird when she goes off on her own because she's mad because her cousin Katie Kane, Batwoman, won't train her no more. And let's just say it doesn't go as according to plan for Flamebird. And also the fact that how can I put it? Also the fact that the government that is trying to figure out who Batwoman and everybody is has pretty much keyed down to who they might know who Batwoman is. But it was still intense. It was really good. J.H. Williams III does a really good job as well. Batwoman is still good, guys. Nonetheless, Batwoman number 4. Green Lantern number 4. Okay, so if you remember reading number 3, 3 left off with a big cliffhanger. Did Jeff Johns just kill off Hal Jordan again? I'm not going to spoil that. But let's just say, I can't spoil that either. But it was, mainly this book was still good. Jeff Johns and Doug Mahnke's artwork, very good. Of course, Sinestro's people don't trust him. They are really upset with him for what his core has been doing to Corgan. And Sinestro does something really cool in this book that just shows you how good this guy really is. But I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, and I don't want to spoil what happens to Hal Jordan. So you're just gonna have to read it. But it was very entertaining. Still good. All right, Grifter number 4. Grifter. This was written by Nathan Edmondson. Grifter is in Seattle, still trying to keep ahead of the Damonites. And he comes into contact with Green Arrow. Yes, Green Arrow. Seattle is where Green Arrow occupies now, and it was a good standoff between each other. You know, Grifter is kind of he's the most wanted man in the DC universe, and he's causing trouble. And Arrow comes to basically say give up, things like that. It doesn't go as according to plan, and we just get a very good chase scene through the streets of Seattle in this between Cole and Ollie, and to see how good Cole is. He matches good wits with Oliver Queen, Green Arrow. It was really good. It was kind of funny too, just to see. But in the meantime, seeing that the Damonites are catching up with Cole, and they know they know that he knows that they exist, and Cole is still just trying to clear his name and warn people of these body snatchers, the Damonites, in the way. Because he tries to tell Green Arrow, and Green Arrow just thinks he's crazy. But it was good nonetheless. Alright. Mr. Terrific, number 4. Mr. T is in the 9th dimension. He's not on Earth anymore. He's like in a new world, and he left because of an interdimensional alien species was asking for his help. However, these aliens that warn him of danger are not really what you think they are. Looks can be deceiving, as always, right? And they wind up capturing Mr. Terrific and locking him up. And Mr. T has to find a way to get out of it, as well as save the other captive aliens that this alien race has captured. And then the first time we see him, he's battling somebody like this alien right here on the cover. He's battling. But the alien species realize that they can help. Mr. T can help them escape, and they pretty much cooperate after a while. So it's Mr. T and his alien companions trying to break out of this alien prison. But this one was a lot better than maybe some people may say the 3rd issue. Okay, and the last DC book that I got was another one of the miniseries. This was really good. The Ray, number 1 of 4. Okay, all you guys out there that have been saying, how come there aren't a lot of Asian heroes. You get it in this. The Ray in this book is Korean American. He's a Korean. He lives in San Diego, and this was just a really fun book. He explains how he gets his powers. They do an origin story, everything like that. Um, he, he his name is Lucien, and Lucien basically is he's a lifeguard, and like I said, he lives in San Diego, and he was hit by this ray, and this ray of energy, solar energy, wasn't just hitting, it hit other things as well before it hit him, and before that, he's turned into this creature. Now he even says it in the book. He says, I never caught myself the ray. That was the media that caught me that." So that's what he says. He explains a little bit more of his powers, which was really good. But the funniest thing about this book is that he's pretty much naked through the whole book. Like, he can't keep clothes on because of his new powers. Like, they'll burn right off of him. But he's learned how to, with the help of his hippie parents, how to control his his powers in a way. Like, for example, he doesn't have to worry about a secret identity because he's learned how to, with his powers, he can like shapeshift his physical features so nobody might know what he really looks like. He can. He had to get really used to not wearing clothes because so when, like, for example, if we look at him, it'll look like he's got clothes on, but in reality he doesn't. So it's kind of funny. But the first issue was really good. Uh, you got a new hero in this new DC universe, guys, and his name's the Ray. So not bad. Okay, and now we move on to Marvel. And the first is another miniseries that will be going on. This is really the book that's kicking off. Is like the road to the big X-Men Avengers versus X-Men event. Avengers Sanction 1 of 4. This is the big Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness book. Okay, first of all, I don't mind Ed McGuinness's artwork. I just say that, yeah, he just draws people like they're jacked up on steroids. You know what I mean? Look at Cable's arm. I mean, it's really funny. Um, Now it explains how Cable survived. He does explain that in this. Um, but the technovirus still is taking over him. So basically, Cable has 24 hours to do what he needs to do in the present before it kills him. He dies. And in the future, it is said that Hope died. Hope was not able to save people because, quote unquote, the Avengers did something to her. So that kind of motivates Cable to go back and take out the Avengers. That's pretty much what this is. So his first opposition is pretty much the Avengers are on a case they are stopping Whirlwind, Radioactive Man, Living Laser, and look like the Grim Reaper. And Cable shoots Falcon and uses him as a way to goat Captain America to follow him. And that's pretty much what happens. Yeah, I know it was a little cheap, using Falcon. I thought it was a little cheap, using Falcon as just a casualty. Um, but you get to see a pretty decent battle between Cable and Cap in this fight, in this book. Uh, Not going to spoil what happens, but it was not bad. This was not that bad, I know a lot of people that are not really fans of Jeff Loeb's writing, but it was not bad. But this is the beginning, the start of that event that's coming soon. So Avengers Sanction, #1. Black Panther, the most dangerous man alive. This is issue 526. Um, just 3 more issues to go before this is another one of the books that Marvel is canceling. Um, Kingpin wants the resources of Wakanda, so he's been killing off or buying out a lot of people that have a lot of power in Wakanda. And so basically, that's basically war in T'Challa's mind. And T'Challa feels that it's his job to protect his home country, and but he has to first get past the Kingpin's hired assassins, Lady Bullseye and Typhoon Mary. And gotta admit, T'Challa does handle himself pretty well against Lady Bullseye and Typhoon Mary, and he does get his captive out of there really fast. But that's what this is all building up to, this big showdown between the Kingpin and T'Challa. The book really ends with T'Challa really coming to fruition that yes, he does need help in this. He knows how Kingpin is thinking, but he does need help. He has to. So what does he do? He actually finally stops that lone wolf act and gets him help. And the help he gets are the Falcon and Luke Cage to help him. Uh, but it was good. It just makes you wonder, like after this, after they finish wrapping up, where does this leave the Panther after that? But it was very good indeed. David List still does a pretty good job on this book. New Avengers number 19, Bendis Deodato on this. Alright, so this is still continuing the rebirth of this new incarnation of the new Dark Avengers. And we know that how Norman was able to escape, with his followers, as well as the combination of some disgruntled SHIELD agents, AIM, Hydra, all working together. And a lot of them that are on the team are basically saying, like, yeah, Osborn's going to fail. He's going to fail. He always fails. He fails. He defeats himself. But they're still going along with it. In the meantime, they're still at the wreckage of one of Tony Stark's headquarters, and they know there's still a little bit of why one of these Ultimo robots would take a blood sample from Wolverine and things like that. And we also get to see a little bit of a skit between Daredevil and Squirrel Girl, and it looks like Squirrel Girl has a big crush on Daredevil in this. He even says it there. He's like, it's kind of funny because since Daredevil's senses are so heightened, he can smell Squirrel Girl, and he's like, she smells like a dirty squirrel, as well as she's the babysitter of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones's baby. So, and he was like, the baby needs to be changed and everything like that. And Squirrel Girl basically comes on and says, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And he actually says to her, "How old are you?" And she's like, "Old enough to know uh, what it feels like to be in love and things like that." And baby Danielle throws up on her, and he's like, "This baby needs to be changed." And that's when he's like, "Oh, thank you." That was funny. I thought that was funny. But a lot of the new Dark Avengers don't really trust. They're still not really trusting of Osborn, especially the Gorgon. He's like, Osborn's gonna fail. Um, Scar won't allow. Uh, Scar won't allow uh, Osborn to talk about his dad, the Hulk, things like that. So there are some things that that they just don't really trust Osborn too much. But it was good. It was okay. But Tommy Lee Jones, Norman Osborn, I keep getting it wrong because, like I said, Deodato draws him like he draws Norman Osborn like Tommy Lee Jones. He looks just like him, but they keep saying that by the end of the battle between the new Dark Avengers, not everybody's going to survive. And I have my clues of who it is, but I'm going to leave it to myself for now. Uh, but it was okay. All right. Next up, Journey into the Mystery. Journey into the Mystery number 632. Uh, this is pretty much. This was just pretty much the Christmas, a seasonal Christmas story for this. Um, Hela gives Loki a gift, and pretty much what it is these hellhounds. And Loki doesn't know what to do with the hellhounds. So what he does is he actually gives them to everybody, gives them to other people to take care of, except for one of them because the last one is like really aggressive and angry, and he's always like going to kill you, and death to Asgard and everything like that. Um, and that's pretty much all this was. But it was still good. It was still fun. Gillian does a really good job on this book. It's just a Christmas edition issue of this, or Yule issue. That's all. But not bad. Not bad at all. And last but not least, Ultimate Comics X-Men number 4. Nick Spencer is on this book. The bottom line in this book, Quicksilver is trying to sell the government Cerebro, so they can track down all the mutants. We know that in the Ultimate Universe, the government is responsible for creating mutants. William Stryker is causing havoc in Times Square, as well as what's going on with Kitty, Bobby, James Hudson, Wolverine's son, and the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. They want to help, but they want to help, but Kitty's all like, we can't do it. We promise Peter will stay out of trouble. And we get into a little something with Johnny and Kitty, and he's like, you're like you think you're the only one that misses him, but you're wrong. And then Kitty goes on to say, but I saw how you guys acted when we saved Rogue. But he's like, yeah, but you see, you keep using that term "we," Kitty. See, you weren't there when I was fighting alongside Peter with Osborn. Bobby was there. Where were you? You weren't there. So, and Kitty kind of retaliates from that. It was a little bit like, whoa, but you can see Bobby trying to play peacemaker between them. He's like, Johnny, calm down. Like, Johnny, easy, take it easy. And Johnny's like, he's fed up. Like, nah, I'm not gonna. No, I want to hear what she has to say and things like that. And that's pretty much what this was about, really. And Johnny, Bobby, Rogue, and James are going off to stop Stryker, actually. And that's pretty much all it is. But it was not bad. It was not bad. I gotta admit, the Ultimate Comics have been getting a little bit better lately. Nick Spencer does a pretty decent job. Very good, in my opinion. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Ultimate Comics X-Men number 4. Okay, guys, so that is it for me this week, as always. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope some of you guys checked out some of the books I had. As always, like I said, once again, I'd like to give my heartfelt regards to the Simon family. We did lose another legend. Uh, but other than that, I will see you next week, God willing, as always. And this is Mom Running Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep real, guys. Y'all take care.